My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Hello, Under Legion Hellhorn. Ooh, squad leader at the start of the deck and 2 proliferates. I mean, unfortunately, we do have Madam Lion's Mane as our lead, which means our Spore Touchers are in the deck rather than Troop Spawn. So we pushed a little bit away from troops from that, but Proliferate does a lot of work with Madam Lion's Mane as well. Pretty much all of her lines, because she's either doing decay or she's spawning troops. Ritual of Battle as well. Good to have the ability to actually amp damage. Sometimes Madam Lion's Mane can lack a little damage. Shroom units gain regen 1 on Harvest. Well, that's... Shroom units gain regen 1 on Harvest. So anytime an enemy dies, anytime an ally dies, we get regen on that line. Legend of Steel under Legion. I feel like I should almost start making a rule where I just go to the Steel in the first area. The amount of times that, like, I've been, I mean, obviously last episode's a pretty good example of this. The amount of times that I've been trying to plan something for 3, and then I just get to 2, and I just don't have the stats to get past Erebor, the Wall, or the Spikes one that I can never remember the name of. Although, if I was completely to ignore that advice, I would say that Lightstone Casing is really good for giving an additional upgrade to Ritual Battle, so you can lower its cost 2 times and then double stack it, or lower its cost 2 times, spell chain it even. Lower the cost of Proliferate, spell chain, consume removal, intrinsic even. Like, we've got really good spells in the deck, in the base deck that is, for visiting a Merchant of Magic early. I can also just hit up the second Merchant of Magic rather than the Merchant of Arms. It's just I worry that sometimes when you get Cortical Connector, sure, you get a huge amount of regen. But are you using any of that regen? Because otherwise, what the hell are you doing with it? It would be a way for me to support the health of a Shroom unit on the bottom line, and especially considering this is Merchant of Steel under Legion, I'm gonna have a Shroom unit. Oh, God. Well, I'm not gonna have a Shroom unit. I might have a Shroom. No, I've got to take the Lightstone case. I've got to take something with broader help here. Maneater. Apply Sap 2, decay 1 to a unit. I do like that. That said, Everbloom incant spawn 1, then sets up our ability to proliferate, and we have the Lightstone casing. I think we're doing Everbloom. No need for extra energy, we're not playing Fireborn. Should get 1 unit on each line, just in case I get really unlucky. We little proliferate on the bottom line, and now our troop stack actually gets to survive between turns. Yeah, not being able to play Ritual of Battle is certainly not helping, though. Yep. My best shot is stacking enough decay to do some decent damage here. Good lord, there goes the decay. There goes the sap. Yep. The, when I said, oh, we don't even need it, because, yeah, being able to play the ritual battle certainly would have helped. Oh, absolutely, that would have helped us. Ooh. It's got to be glow up, right? Advanced propagate. Horn break for dealing with specific enemy units is nice. Let's check that under Legion banner. Multi-strike endless rage. Well. Yeah. I'm gonna change. So for damage's sake, I'm going to give multi-strike and rage both. Rage? Rage for 24 damage. Or I could give you 14 strength stone. No, I'll just give you more rage after the fact, or we'll propagate or whatever it happens to be. We can hold there. I don't think the Titan skin will really change anything here. So our goal now is set up on floor 2. Steward, Torch, and take out one of these. So we'll reveal the Sloven Knight to the front line next turn. It's great. Got our troop stack on this floor, helping to protect our units. Yeah, that's all very comfy. Great news. I do need this floor to become much more ridiculous, so let's go Spear Steward top line, Torch for an incant, and then Proliferate, getting more rage, more troops, and an incant trigger. Yeah, as long as we're capable of taking care of 770 health in the front line, we'll be okay. Yeah. As much as I do have a ritual battle here, I think I've got enough damage on the second line that I can afford to Torch on the bottom line. Then Glow Up and Proliferate here. And now my troop stack's just large enough that it should be able to, yeah, win the fight by itself. In fact, everyone else dies to the spikes. The troop stack just stays around and kills the enemy. There goes the Calcified Ember. Annoyingly, Merchant of Arms has a little bit more appeal again. Proliferate is incredible, but Spawning Pods is pretty much exactly the kind of thing that I need in the deck. Do I Molten Imp? I turned it down previously, but Molten Imp with Endless just throwing that on the bottom line for AoE clear every turn. You can't argue against that. It's good. It's valuable. I'm currently set up in a position because I need the first resolve trigger to go off before I start fighting enemies on this line. So, like, I have to set up Madam Lion's main Cluster Colonel second line. And because I'm doing that, like, the bottom line, I'm really looking for either sacrificial units to go there or, like, Inferno Room, maybe. Echo Chamber would be ridiculous right now. So would Inferno Room. So would Grow Room. Just propagate once a turn on that midline. Infectory wouldn't even be awful. But if I do that... Oh, God. If I do that, I literally don't get a Merchant of Magic until High Heaven. Can't do that. I mean... Wow. This is great. This is great. Holdover Glow Up, I think. I'm always going to want to play that. Consume reduction for cost on Ritual of Battle and also double stack on that same Ritual of Battle. Plus 10 magic power for a Horn Break. We just got so much more powerful. I can Steelwork a top line. Oh, do I have anyone? Oh, yeah, Cluster Kernel. You're pretty heavily upgraded. Plus 10 damage and strike for the 20 corruption's pretty good on you as well. Yeah. Melee weakness isn't especially good on you, though. It gives you another multi-strike, right? Basically, because your first strike sets up double damage for your second strike, so it's like doing 3 strikes. And then you set up double damage for your next attacker as well, but the next attacker after Cluster Kernel does 5 damage. Or 10 damage. It's not really as big as I want it to be, whereas this also could be really good at the... random friendly unit from your deck. Helps us overstack the floor. I like overstacking. Makes you a pretty bad dupe target though, buddy. Okay, I feel a lot more comfortable now. Even though we only have... Ugh! I knew it was you as well. I just usually don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill the other... yeah, I just gotta play units in front of you. I can't let you deal direct damage to us like that. That will kill us. Ooh. You're kidding me. I fully have to refactor my approach to this. I forgot that this is also the multi-strike one that has the additional damage. So, like, the only thing I think I'm capable of doing here is, like, Bat Steward top line, then Steelworker, then Madam Lion's Mane and Cluster Kernel, and I don't even play Squad Leader this fight. Because then this guarantees the Steelworker is going to gain enough armor to keep this line alive, so I'll at least have 2 lines where I'm not taking direct heart damage. Obviously, if I draw Squad Leader on turn 1, we're off to the races, but of course we don't. Yeah, 5 damage direct to the pie. I don't have a way to stop that. I mean, I'd love to proliferate here. Definitely can't currently afford to, though. There we go. That's a lot better. Come on, shield steward. No, even molting him and spear steward can't change the fate of that bottom line there. Thankfully, you do not have that trigger in the relentless phase. Woohoo! Otherwise, we would immediately be dead. And in fact, now there's no problem. I want to spell chain cost reduce the glow up, like intrinsic and spell chain both on it, and then dupe it. Reinforce, double the amount of armor on a unit, not bad. Apply the ability of Evergrowth to a friendly unit. We'd mainly be using that to sap enemies, but what's so wrong about that? Contagious enemy units propagate 4. Pick up your discard pile. That's also a pretty good spell to like heavily upgrade Contagious. That said, I'm not really giving many debuffs to my enemies at the moment. Moral Mistress Etch. If I want a second cluster kernel, I just dupe the first one. It's got so many upgrades on it. It gets so much more value that way. Could even do it in a Merchant of Steel. It's pretty good Merchant of Steel as well. Merchant of Trinkets here, Merchant of Steel there. I want to go energy so I have the ability to play everything. Moral Mistress Energy, and then probably Capacity for the second one. On deployment, draw a room from your deck. Yep. I guess there's maybe an argument for Volatile Gauge here as well instead. I can't, like, undo back to Covenant Outpost? Oh, cool. Resume. And then it's, yeah, halfway through spending that. Yeah. Just making sure I couldn't unmake a decision to just stall for that. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a preemptive click, but that'll still help me. That's that Merchant of Magic. Okay, yeah, I get to go to this Merchant of Magic and then that Merchant of Arms with an Imperial when next to it. So before the 7th fight, I get to get my room from the Dante's Footstool. Okay, it's seeming less good now. Three spells into the small gift box. And then I could even dupe that small gift box. I was thinking about putting a cluster kernel to save the 2 energy it would otherwise cost into a Jack-in-the-Box, but having to wait for a resolve trigger to then get the cluster kernel to then start summoning our troops, especially because it could summon the other units first anyway, so like I could use the Jack-in-the-Box to thin down our deck, use it to put 2 Spear Stewards and a Shield Steward in, and then on the top line I play Steelworker, and then that would set up for a really good Steward's Quarters top line if I wanted to do it. Because those units don't have to worry about how soon they, pop out. Other option would be spell maxing. Put a Tome of Overgrowth and a Ritual of Battle in there. Maybe I just take the large mystery box this time. Although a small gift box, especially because it contains 1 consume card, 2 consume card. I could throw a Proliferate in there if I really needed to, 3 consume cards. That's a lot of etch triggers, which both Moral Mistress cares about, but also Madam Lion's Mane after I get the 2nd level up. But Lightstone Casing kind of wants me to keep those spells and just get them another upgrade naturally instead. But I got another Ritual of Battle I can operate with. Alright, I'm gonna go spells. This Ritual Battle goes in, 1 copy of Proliferate goes in, and a Tome of Evergrowth. There's our Etch trigger. May even end up duping the box. Mind Muddler. Yeah. Steelworker. Moral Mistress top line. Midline Madam with Squad Leader in front with Cluster Colonel in frontist. Spore Touch will do 6 damage and then 3 damage. And I don't have to worry about the health of my own backliners in this fight. Okay, I'm intentionally going to be damaging some of my own units. And then only Proliferate the positive. This is just so that I have a troop stack already and it's a full 7. I even get to Proliferate the Rage. Battle for the multi-striker. So rude. I really want to burn the Calcified Ember, but I'd rather get the Collector. Please stop shorting my draw so badly. Good thing we trampled. need my spells to be a lot faster if I'm going to get a troop stack large enough. Oh, boy. I mean, mitosis cap on that cluster kernel does have value. Great decay, though. Turns all of our cards into etch cards. I don't have any cards consume removed, though, so it would pretty quickly remove all the cards from my deck, including glow up, unfortunately. Fungi in a suit, it's a lot of survivability for that guy. If I did mitosis cap, I would dupe cluster kernel. Once. Like, if I went additional capacity, I could play a second cluster kernel on the same Mad Lion's main line, which is nice, because it's got decent damage, and it's got the strike additional corruption kind of stuff, but, like... Is it nice enough? I can't risk just burning out all of the spells in my deck, because I'm not drawing into them fast enough. It's just like they leave the deck. My second cycle has none of them. I'm going to suit. I think Impish Scholar, with the amount of consumes we have in here, makes a lot of sense as well. I actually do have a decent amount of money for a Merchant of Trinkets. If I went to the dupe, I'm duping small gift box at this point. And looking for Endless on Molten Imp. Maybe Dualism on Steelworker. It's possible Steelworker isn't part of the endgame strategy. I'm just wondering if maybe the Hellhorn banner unit's really important to me. Like, Apex Imp would be ridiculous, but, you know, I can't just plan around the best thing I possibly could get. So I probably go Capacity as our second pickup. And if I'm going Capacity as our second pickup, what do our lines become? I think it's just Moral Mistress Descends to be on that second line with us. Return as Chosen of Entropy, so we'll be able to use the bottom line possibly to try and address that. I really want to hit up this Merchant of Magic, but thankfully I've got another Merchant of Arms afterwards. Yeah, that's what I was planning around. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the trinkets. Friendly units gain 3 damage on Slay is nice, but not especially important here. Summon triggers, trigger an additional time. Also not especially important. I don't think Consume Crown really does anything for us. Like, yeah, we occasionally kill a unit, but like... +3 damage for the amount of slays we're actually going to be triggering on any individual unit doesn't seem that impactful. And that would be if I want to take Ashes of the Fallen and reroll. It's real tough. Spell cards with Consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. I'll do that because our consumable spell cards are all really good. Oh, it's 100,000% Deranged Brute. Closed and pressed down on each floor should be okay. As long as I put the units in the right order. Yeah, I can throw a Moral Mistress on the bottom line just to help assist with this first turn, I think. Because, like, where else is she gonna go? Literally can't even trigger though. Oh, wow. Small gift box. And we've got double summon trigger, importantly. Ritual of Battle. That got preserved. Let's go Tome of Evergrowth. Thankfully that didn't get preserved. Impish Scholar brings back 2, including the small gift box. And another Ritual of Battle. Regen 3, sap 3. I'll sap you. Zealot does almost no damage to me. It takes the 20 damage to Corruption. It gets a little bit more damage, goes to the top line, and then attacks me. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, it sees 1 Harvest trigger. So it goes to the top and it does 4 damage to me. Yeah, 4 is okay. Pretty sure that just did 6. I mean, I would take Great Decay now that I have the wing clippings. Just need the game to offer it now that I have the wing clippings. Yeah, I do need to be able to take down those 2 vicious Hack Throwers next turn, so multi-game top line, Vengeful Shard, blow up and deliberate this mid. Top line's comfy. Mid line's got a lot of health, a lot of damage. Do I want to start giving it regen? No, that's not especially important for it. But I can save a lot of health on it. Move you to the front so you have no defender, propagate a bunch of your sap, and now it's just battle time, buddy. Get him. Yeah, Wax Cap and Cheery Death Cap are exactly the kinds of things that I can throw on the bottom line consistently now. And Double Summon Trigger makes it a lot better even. Wax Cap would take all their damage. Neither of these would be effective against Seraphitona's Chosen of Entropy. Gotta keep that in mind. Wax Cap. Oh, another Impish Scholar. With this many Consume cards in the deck? I think the answer is just yes, please, and thank you. Double stack for a Ritual of Battle. -1 Permafrost right now is just a -1. The Permafrost aspect of it doesn't really matter at all. I do want Glow Up to be intrinsic, but I could also just -1 it and then it'd be ready for when it is. I'm looking for Spell Chain as the follow-up on that. Though Spell Chain would also be a really good follow-up for Small Gift Box. So I could consume, remove, negative cost, and spell chain the spawning pod. Becomes very quickly, basically, the best card in the deck. See, I worry that if I consume, remove the small gift box, I think like another copy of the small gift box does give me new stuff, so giving it spell chain would work. But I think the original one, if you cycle back to it, it just says add all spells that are contained to your hand. It's empty because it's not got any spells left in it. I think that's how it works. I think so. So I don't want to remove consume from it. But maybe I give it spell chain instead. Because the ephemeral copy of it will be a version of the base copy. And then for consume, removal, and negative costs. Actually, I'm going to go negative costs and then consume, removal, both on Ritual Battle. Plus 10 magic power for Hornbreak. Now it's capable of taking care of anyone with 50 shielded health. Start cutting torches and decays in basically equal measure as well. Not playing on the bottom floor is going to become a lot harder in this fight. You really want to be killing those. Yeah, because otherwise we're just taking away a single damage shield without burst, like without troop. Pretty sure Cluster Kernel can survive the first turn on the bottom line by itself. So we got to divert the enemy's attention a bunch of different ways there. That was important.
Okay.
Let me get rid of the Calcified Ember Rod and save the 2 damage there. Yeah, that corruption on the enemy front line is really going to matter. So it still gets eaten. So you still have a damage shield. But you came up here and you didn't have damage shield, so that negates the corruption. I played Spawning Bot on that floor because it gets consumed, but because it doesn't get consumed, which actually I don't even know if it gets consumed until I play it, so I still have to play it. Oof. But since it wasn't consumed, it did not trigger the etch, giving a decay to all enemy units, which that might actually just kill me, that one. Because I can't do anything about the enemy backline now. I mean, like, if the Chosen Sniper doesn't die, I'm dead. I've not got enough Proliferate to make that happen. So much damage. Okay. Oh, obviously just play this on one of the floors that does the etch values as well. I think that's my only chance at living. Get the Chosen Sniper so sapped that by the time it gets to the top line, it gets the hit it wants. Or more likely 3 times here, unfortunately, with saps in between. Well, we survived. Got a small gift box, one of these laws as well. Then etch an additional time on this line, guaranteeing the chosen sniper dies before it ascends after the next floor. Great. Again, another situation that sharp-eyed sniper will die in time, yay. That sharp-eyed sniper is not dying in time. It's like, if I can't do anything about that, I do die right now. Alright, fine. We'll restart this battle. There has to be a better approach. I mean, they're getting past the bottom line anyway, so what if I just didn't compete with them there? And just went hell of leather on the next line, I think. I mean, you just organize those units in a different order. Steelworker can defend from the back, that's okay. Troop stack as well. So yeah, I only really expect to get like, oh, I was gonna say 1 turn worth of etching on the bottom line. I get 0 turns worth of etching on the bottom line. Let's take out the chosen sniper very early there, so I don't have to worry about it at all. It's fine, as long as the frontliner dies, it does not matter. Two sources of DOT, only 1 spell shield, you'll die. I could even glow up the steelworker to the front if I wanted to do it that way. definitely do need to just spike some damage as well. There you go. Enough damage to have Cluster Kernel clearing the 180 health enemies. Zero consume spells currently capable of being brought back. Wow. Oh, still 0 because that one got discarded. Ritual of battle. Ritual of battle. Glow up. Imagine getting the deranged brute on that line as well. Are you imagining it? Okay, now rotate an apple in your mind. I want to get rid of the calcified amber, but that chosen sniper is gonna. Excuse me. Chosen sniper is only gonna give me issues if I do so. Oh, wait a second. I have trample from my first attack. And it's currently just damage shield taking that attack. So if I move you to the front, congratulations, the line is already complete. Which gives me the freedom to burn the calcified amber. This is what I've always wanted. Speaking of what I've always wanted, second calcified amber, burn it out just the same. Impish Scholar finally has some cards it can pull back. Come on, offer me the Great Decay. I'll take it this time. I mean, Rage Room is currently offering me scaling for the sake of the Deranged Brute, who really does want to see it. It gets drawn instantly by Dante's Footstool. Does that maybe justify going Merchant of Steel instead? No, because there's still rooms I'm looking for. I kind of want to go additional energy. I'm really feeling the lack of energy. So capacity would be for getting the Deranged Brute on that midline. Yeah, still need it. I wondered what I'd do if I saw a Hall of Mirrors. So I've gone capacity, which means I have 5. No real one sizes to put on that floor. Squad leader, I guess. No, it's not good to you. I think a Stoic Plate Mail just to pop on as soon as I have a troop stack. It can wear that very comfortably. Like, Echo Vault just duping a Ritual of Battle. God forbid it dupe. No, it can't dupe the small gift box because I want to play cards after that as well. Also, to add some more AoE to the second floor, we could absolutely just pop an Iron's Tongue on Madam Lion's Mage. She never does damage. That can be her damage. Grow Room's nice for that floor, but it is slow. It's a lot better when you've got Rage Room already going on. Alright. Iron Tongue, you can't be made deployable. Because I need you to be drawn randomly. Neither of the others need to be equipped or anything. I mean, it's got to be the small gift box, right? Etch now spawns 4. That's a lot I can do in a turn as long as the game doesn't betray me. Got 2 torches. So how would the game betray me if the game were going to betray? It's a good question. Effectively, just don't give me any troops on turn 1. I think I have to set up on the lower line just because of the amount of curses that we'll get otherwise. I think Deranged Brute is going to take the lead. Just because you've got the most health. And then next line, Steelworker. Swell there. Nice. Didn't get consumed, so the English Scholar has nothing to do for us right now. And also, we didn't get many Propagate triggers. Howdy. Still only have 1 consume card. Impish Scholar, this was supposed to be your time to shine. Well. There's our Iron Tongue Sweep. God, did you... No, it got consumed. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Fact, I'll have both of those back, thank you. Then, yeah, I kind of just want to give everyone a bunch of Rituals of Battle because it gives, so it's 24 rage, so it gives 24 by 25. It's almost 25 squared. What? It can't be almost 25 squared. That'd be much higher than this. Oh, 25 by 5. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, 125. And this is the spell chained version? No, this is not the spell chained version. I'll let you cycle then. Yay! Good God, this bottom line is ridiculous. It's way more powerful than I thought it was. That's the power of a small gift box for you. So much rage to my fungi as well. You know, it's nice to finally have a troop stack that does trample, but almost all of its damage is from the 790 damage that the rage is giving it. So what, I have to look to Under Legion's additional clan friend, whoever it's playing alongside, so that I can try and find the scaling strategy to get enough damage for that to work. Mulch. I don't draw full hands ever. Draws me 3 additional cards next turn. No, I end up with a full hand after I play a bunch of cards. I do like summon sap though, but it's not like I get to use it. Oh, I do set up on midline in the next battle. Still doesn't mean that I actually get to use the wax cap though, because the silence is on the bottom line consistently. I'll figure it out. Fire Chomper just for energy? Yeah, energy is a problem for me consistently. It's got to be the Merchant of Magic for the Pyro mains, if nothing else. Intrinsic -1 cost and spell chain. That's huge. Reliably getting one of these in the opening hand. Even have a spell chain with glow up. Okay, let's look at the trinkets. Create a permanent copy of the first consume card played each battle. So this is actually really relevant because it creates the copy and it adds it to hand, and it's not the first card consumed. It's the first consumed card played. Friendly units enter with Rage 3 is also pretty good because we propagate that. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. The Range Brute would be free. So would all of the imps. Yeah, that saves us a lot of energy, actually. It saves a lot of deployable energy, even. Demon units get +1 multi-strike is nice for the deranged brute. No one else cares? Steelworker does, but the Steelworker don't really care about it that much. Ancient Root saves us a lot of energy. So I think I need to intrinsic the consume card that I most... that I most want to dupe. I mean, another copy of Small Gift Box in the opening hand is obviously ridiculous. The only problem with it is the energy. I can't play it. Like, yeah, I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 small gift boxes in my opening hand reliably. Only problem is I get to play them. They generate all of those Rituals of Battle and the Tomes of Evergrowth and all that stuff, and then I have to throw them away because I don't have enough space in hand. I could just -1 intrinsic spawning pods and then also negative cost it and then give it spell change just so I can dupe it. Yeah, because it looks like the roots actually save me like 1 energy a turn right now. But that energy really matters. All right. It'll be intrinsic and -1 cost for spawning pods, I believe. That'll really, really, really help our opening hands. So I think I still have to set up not on the bottom line so that I have the opportunity to hit the bottom line with, you know, on the turns where there isn't silence, the Molting Imp and the Cheery Death Cap, etc. But it gives me an extra turn to try and deal with silence with, you know, Hornbreak, some Decay, probably not a Torch ideally. It's not great. I mean, the easiest wax cap I ever did see. Sap the boss for 6 there. Spawning pods is the one I want to dupe, so despite the fact that it would have, you know, Ancient Roots could have saved me much more on Fungi and Suit, it's a better target. Yeah, perfect. I only end up taking more damage against my armor by casting against the incant on this floor, so I'm going to. Can't take the Curse of Entropies. Image Scholar has 3 things to pull back now. Yay. Let's go Cherry Death Cap bottom line. Scholar protects this line. Yeah, I mean, I'm only giving more damage to Avowed Gladiator and Celestial Bastion that don't really actually get to play the game. I mean, like, I can play Pyre Chopper this turn. I probably shouldn't, though, because I have other turns that will cost a large amount of energy, and this ain't close to being one of them. That was a silence unit on the bottom line. Oh, hell yeah. With a single Spore Touch and a Torch, I have enough to take it out. Oh, no! The Titan Skin! I need help now! Oh, Proliferate will do it, though. It's gonna have to be 2 copies to proliferate, though. Yeah. Got reserved. I don't think that etch trigger is worth it on that floor. There we go. Silence unit down. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, I'm now short of being able to take out the Chosen Ardent, but that's okay. It doesn't matter if that Chosen Ardent ascends. Oh, wow, they're actually doing enough damage on this line, courtesy of the amount of times I would have buffed the Chosen Ardent last turn. I think I should probably get the Tomes of Evergrowth out here this turn. Start actually sapping the boss seriously. Really feels like Ritual of Battle has got to be more important. I mean, there's incant triggers on every floor. Oh, it's not incant triggers. It's just denial of triggers on this floor. Oh, okay, we're fine. Beautiful. Yeah, that'll do it. Keep him sapped to hell and back. Oh, Impish Scholar finally has a bunch of stuff to choose from. I could just etch until the game's over right now, but that Chosen Ardent's annoying me, so I'm just gonna let this one resolve. I mean, Squad Leader giving Trample to a unit that has that much rage damage, yeah. It's, I think, legitimately the first time I've actually gotten to use Squad Leader in an impressive situation. Like, almost every time I use Squad Leader, I take it, and then I'm like, oh, I could use it like this, and then like this, oh, maybe like this. And then I try and build a troop stack, and the troop stack never eclipses 500 damage, so it never does anything in the end game. This time, much better. Grad? I'm very glad to see that this is much better now. I'm okay on the bottom line this time. I think I put my multi-strike at the front again now. Yeah, because I always get troops on turn 1. Love that it adds the additional one to hand. By the end of that, I've already got 23 troop stack and 88 armor on it. Sadly, Pyolites are ephemeral rather than consumed, so I'm not going to be cycling any of them back into the deck. I mean, an Impish Scholar that brings back a single spawning pods. Surely I just keep you for a full cycle and then bring back 2 cards. Oh, that's that rage room for you. Already 300 damage on the fungi. Bottom line obviously looking pretty at the moment, but we give you a time of growth. Give you a time to grow. Now both of the enemy backliners only deal 1 damage as they sweep through. And now they deal 0 damage, so they don't even have the opportunity of scaling as well. And then I think I'm probably best served with my last energy as a Stoic Plate Hammer. I mean, sapping the hell out of... Well, sapping the hell out of Savagery is not... it's going to take me like another cycle to get through the entropy. Okay, yeah, we can sap the hell out of you. Double proliferate the field. Sounds good to me. I mean, I certainly don't need to do anything on that bottom line. do think the Rituals of Battle are probably good enough to still just hop there. There we go. I like it when there's no incant triggers on the bottom line. I just get to do what I want to do, damn it. Yeah, this is going to be both Savagery and Entropy down this turn. And Dominion as well? Yeah. Hell yeah. Moral Mistress even gets to survive the battle. You can have some Spore Touch on your way out, buddy. Sick. I mean, Cluster Kernel just 555 additional damage on you. Multi-strike. I gave you the rage at the start, which then enforced part of the reason for the decision. Well, actually, no, I had 2 Rituals of Battle in base deck. I probably should have taken the Deranged Brute no matter what. I don't know what I would have done without the Deranged Brute, though. Like, I don't think our damage would have been enough. Glad I don't have to consider that world. Get him! Oh no, Under Legion Hellhorn to complete. Oh no, I can still play Hellhorn lead with Under Legion follow. Okay. Okay, it's a good combination, especially with all that propagating going on. That was good fun. That was good fun. I have to say, Rage Room as well, it's performing huge work in a lot of the Hellhorn runs that I've had recently. I think like adding additional triggers, especially to the early clans, is really, really helpful for them. I really wish there was a room for maybe like more, like a couple more rooms and a couple more weapons for the MT1 clans, because I look at Rage Room and I'm like, wow, you do so much. I have so much respect for you. What an absolute champion you are. And then I think about Awakening Thicket and I'm like, yeah, right. This triggers gain Rage 2 on Strike and on Revenge. Those happen constantly. You get Revenge for every one of the enemies that attacks and all of the DOTs that you have on yourself and all the spikes on enemies and all those kinds of things. And then also you get a Rage, the Strike trigger from each enemy you hit and if you sweep and if you multi-strike. Right, so like it's occurring so many times a turn, and all of the things that make this better are things that you want in the first place as well, that activate it. So like if the unit has rage, it wants multi-strike, and then that multi-strike gives it more rage, and then because it has more rage, it wants more multi-strike. So it's kind of like a virtuous cycle. It wants all of the things that best support it, and it best supports all the things that best support it as well. So, like, it makes so much sense. Awakening Thicket, not so much. 20 additional max health is nice. I'm not going to say it's nothing. I'm not even against the room. It's the comparison point here is that Rage Room feels much more appropriate for updating an MT1 clan into an MT2 clan than, or Rage Room for Hellhorn makes that position or makes that argument, it fulfills that position is the word I was looking for, thank you. much better than Awakening Thicket necessarily does for Awoken. And it doesn't have to fill the exact same position. My lament here is I would like if there were additional specific rooms and equipment for the NT1 clans that do fulfill that kind of position. I think Frostpiercer for Stygian Guard is another example of this. As in, it does. It does currently fulfill that position. Not as much, though. You know what does? Glutton's Maw. Like, Glutton's Maw and Rage Room, in my mind, are kind of on the same level. To be fair, both of them are rares. Whereas Awakening Thicket's not. All this to say, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been MT2. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top Labs is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future. Down below are the names of down below is YouTube's recommendation for what it thinks you should watch next. A special thanks this episode to Moloko. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.